Another feature of the pool equipment room is the automatic water level control. So this controller maintains the water level, and it'll also shut off the fill if the water level reaches 1 inch above the normal set level. And the other aspect of water level control is a drain down. Now that doesn't happen automatically. Anytime water needs to be drained, there's a valve that I'll show you that you can use to manually lower the water level. So this control, it has 2 sensors. A normal water level control and a high water level control. So this normal water level control, I can simulate the water level being a little bit low by lifting this sensor a little bit. So now I see the filling light is blinking blue, indicating that it detects that it might need to fill. And if I let it sit for a minute, this blinking blue light will turn solid blue, and valve number 20, the brass solenoid valve up above, will open and begin filling into the fill funnel, which you can actually see it just started doing. And that'll run until the tip of the sensor is re-wetted and the sensor detects that the water level is normal again, and it shuts off the valve. The high water level function is kind of a backup so that for whatever reason, if the water level gets too high in the pool, which is 1 inch above the normal water level, the fill will shut off. And that's most relevant in a situation where you're filling the pool manually using this valve. When you're filling with this manual valve, you could leave the building and go home, for example, and forget that it's on. As soon as it reaches the high level, it'll shut off the second solenoid valve and stop all filling. One important note about the automatic water level control is the solenoid valves, they completely open the pipe or completely close the pipe. On this pool, when that pipe opens completely, it's a little bit too much flow for the fill funnel to handle, and it'll overflow into the room. So the important thing to note is this valve just upstream of the solenoid valve, just to the right of it, that says fill on it. That valve needs to be partially closed to slow down the flow of fill water so that we don't have an event where we're overflowing the fill funnel. Then we could actually move down here a little bit. I'll show you the drain down valve. So the best way to lower the water level in the pool is to use this valve. You simply open the valve and it drains water into the sump there. Now you have to pay attention to the rate of the water going into that sump pit. There's 2 sump pumps in that pit that pump that water out to the sewer. If I open this valve completely, it'll give too much water to that sump pit for the sump pumps to handle. So when you need to lower the water level, crack this valve and verify that you're not overwhelming those sump pumps, then close the valve as soon as you're done draining. If I were to fully drain the pool, I would need to close the skimmer lines. Because the skimmers are at the top of the pool, if that line is open, as soon as the water level gets below that skimmer, it'll draw air into the pump and the pump will stop working. So if I wanted to drain the whole pool, I would open this valve and then I'd come to my skimmer valve on the pump and close it completely.